Hi, welcome back to Crankin Out Crafts. My name is JFlo and we are continuing our awesome resin week. Again, this is our week of resin where we're showing you how to use the Super Resin UV Crystal from Japan. And all you need is this resin and a fun project, of course, and then UV light. So I am going to show you the project for today, and we're going to show you this little surface. We've got lots of different surfaces, but this is actually the one that we are going to work on today. It comes in gold and silver, and this little container has a nice little lip that we're going to work on and build with the resin. Okay, so for starters, I want to use alcohol ink, and that's how we're going to get this unique color on the very bottom on the plastic. So we're going to stick a couple colors in there. One is Stream, and I'm just going to put a little dab. And then another color, this one is called Butterscotch. And again, just a dab. Next, we will take the alcohol blending solution and just a couple drops, and you can see this reacting right now. And I'm going to give it a gentle swirl and touch, and it's working its way around the edges. And then I want to soak up some of that, so I'm just going to take this napkin around the edge and soak up some of that. If any of this gets on the outside of the metal part, it will stain it. If you'd like to remove it, you can just use the alcohol blending solution and it'll take it right off. Okay, I'm gonna just add a little bit more because I want it lighter. Such a cool effect. And this is just to give me a background. I'm just gonna kind of dab that around and soak up as much of that liquid as possible. I really don't want a lot in that center part. Okay, so that's a fantastic background to start with. Now to drop the UV resin. I'm gonna drop this in. It's even reacting to that a little bit too because it wasn't quite dry. That's all right because I am digging how that looks. Instead of spreading it around with my toothpick, I'm actually just gonna swirl it around here, and it's giving me a really cool effect. Kind of like the fact that it's a little bit out of control because you never know quite what you're gonna get, but it's always very unique. And just making sure that it's touching all the sides. Okay, now time to bake it. Okay, so this is our first layer. We're gonna put it in, I always just like to put it on a little cardboard or cardstock tray. Put it on 3 minutes. Okay, let's wait our 3 minutes, we'll be right back. Okay, our 3 minutes isn't quite up, but in the meantime, since that's still drying, I'm gonna take, this is collage film, and it actually has, it's got all these printed words on it. And so I'm going to cut these words and let's see, just cut something fun out of here that we're gonna put inside my jar. I'm just gonna measure it on this one and just kind of cut it. So it's a transparency. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I just cut some little words out. I thought it would be neat floating in there. And then I've got some hearts in silver, and then also these beads. So we're just gonna drop all of that in, and it's gonna look really cool. Also, in one of the other kits, I had a dried flower left over. I think I'm gonna throw that little dried flower in there too. So you can see you can use lots of things that you have laying around, maybe your craft table, sprinkle a little glitter on there, but we also have some great accessories to throw in there as well. Okay, and our baking is done. 3 minutes, and I will pull this out here's our little lid again. And next step, I'm gonna take my words, make sure they're facing the right way if I want to be able to read them, put them on, and put my little flower. I'll have her just kind of float. I want her to turn the other way. You can see the alcohol ink stains my fingers too. And then we'll put a couple of these little hearts in. That one flipped over, so I'm gonna see if I can maneuver it with these nice little tools called toothpicks. And then add a couple of little, there's some little beads in there too. I don't know, it just adds some little dimension. Okay, next step, UV resin, pour it on the top. And this is creating all these really cool layers. And the lip of this container holds that resin in there, and it just becomes part of it. It's really cool. I got so much resin and I was able to pour it in there like that. I barely got any bubbles. If you do have bubbles, you just simply take your toothpick and pop them right in the center. You can also sometimes, if you tap on the table, it brings the bubbles to the surface. That's not quite working this time though. So we'll just pop these little bubbles. Okay. Oh, and I just need a little bit more over this flower. It's really fun. See how that the alcohol inks have reacted too. All right. Oh, sorry, I just want to cover up that rose. I see that it's okay. Now we are good to go. Stick it in here on my little mat. Again, that's just to protect it. And then 3 minutes. Be right back. Up and pulling our little piece out. Oh, and it looks so nice. So here we have our nice little lid with our layered effect, kind of the watercolor wash in the back created by the alcohol inks. And got a great little container now that we could give to somebody. You could keep creams in here. You could, even if you made little tiny earring studs, you could put them in there as a gift to somebody and create this very one-of-a-kind, unique lid. Again, we've got different surfaces for the resin. These are just 2 of the containers. We also have this little box that Puna did, and with lots of layers. She used paper and different like acetate sheets with prints on them. It's a little pill box with a little mirror. We also have purse hangers, surfaces that you can decorate, and it has a nice little lip which the resin will sit on perfectly. And also this is the back of a cell phone, or the cell phone case, and we did alcohol ink first layer, then put a nice, it wasn't really a sticker, it was like a transparency with the seahorse on it, and resined over it. And then the next layer we added little charms, little pieces of glitter and some rhinestones, and then resined over it, and it turned out really, really nice. So we hope you enjoy experimenting with this great new product, Super Resin UV Crystal.